Traveling Dinosaurs Recordings presents Grabaciones El Dinosaurio Llorón les presenta RAFT, the video game survival simulator. First of all, I would like to remind you about all the videos I have recorded before in Spanish. You can subtitle in English, and I have tested out while recording in Spanish and then reading the subtitles in English, and it's a very good work for YouTube. Okay, so if you want to see these tutorials fully commented, you can turn the subtitles on. Let's go on with the presentation. Excuse my English level because my native is Spanish, so if I fail from time to time, you have to excuse me, right? Let's start. This is one thing you should have in mind, because even with legal copies of RAFT, sometimes it doesn't work. Maybe because I have downloaded other versions, and from time to time they worked with Steam, and from time to time I didn't want them to work with Steam because that was not the final version I wanted to play too. Okay, so this is not a piracy. Piracy is just for testing if you really want or like a game, and then you pay for it. I don't mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
By the way, in case you search for the copyright, please don't do it, because songs are mine, right? The Endless Ocean is the script I'm working on it, okay? I'm writer from time to time. This is an alternative modded extended version of the final chapter from RAFT. And this is the diary, the Arla Chronicles. Basic diary entries, I will explain you later, but then let me talk about what it's typed at the right side of the diary. We're going not to see still the stages, because this will be the basic entries. In case you need to know more about that, see full diary log for details. Bookmarks remain unrevealed so far. You shouldn't use indicated mods till marked destination, or you could take away the experience charm, making it easier, disappointing, and maybe boring, even when they are initially available. Blueprints will be explained in their own chapter sections. Failing a mission, the angel will save you from time to time, will make you repeat the previous chapter to prove you're worthy. Angel's new chance includes so far repeating best 10 treasure chest loots. For example, 2 metal ingot, 2 scrap metal, 2 crystal, and green goo. Objects can be claimed. Based item spawner, a mod by Take Game R950, or losing your time repeating, quitting, and loading until you find even best lootings, but the example is balanced, right? My lovely daughter, I know this world may seem home to you, but 1. Remaining resources can be picked. 2. Make lot of tours as I raised you. 3. Loot and use all island resources. 4. Living on an island won't be safe. 5. Craft roads. Fishing will save you. 6. Mind the sharks. 7. Yes, head north. 8. Healthy food is safety. 9. Don't be afraid to kill. 10. Farm. The sooner the best. 11. Find and learn more knowledges. 12. Tame soon some friendly animals. 13. Nighttime means death in water. 14. Keep on shape and light the fire. 15. Convert materials as I taught you. 16. Shark meat is one of the greatest. 17. Anchor your raft and rest sometimes. 18. Enlarge your raft in all dimensions. 19. Goals are thieves but can be food too. 20. Trust no one. And update your raft is your new home. As you can see at the top of the diary, the bookmarks means the following. The enemies and friends, fauna and flora, the objects collection and requirements, the main diary pages and adventures log, islands, settlements, rafts and environment, crafting recipes, notes and others, and the alternative diary pages and the intimate hidden area. La Polla Rosa recommends. I highly recommend you pausing the snapshots in case you want to read and know the more the better. I saw another RAFT tutorials and they are great, they're sometimes really good, but this time I have decided to improve what I have already improved before. The more detail, the more use you get out of the full experience. I know some of my jokes don't get across in Spanish, but it wasn't either my intention. Ideal point is to teach everyone same time as I am playing it enjoying, cause maybe I will play again in 5 years more or less, as it happened to me back in time. I've been playing since 2018. Okay, let's get to the rules. The first and main rule is you will play to win karma points. This is an alternative version. I have recorded the videos in Spanish as I told you before, okay? You can see those videos. It comes to be the same, more or less. It's my alternative version. It is a funnier, feminine soccer league that means winning matches instead of knowing how good or bad you are, right? The rule only is intended to thank women, the idea of the living earth, not joking, sexist or feminist, right? Respect the woman. Results were two based in RAFT Spanish and cheated adventures I recorded before. And all results in real recorded videos are all you can see. She will be your guide, but you will be the one who struggled to survive, and the available optional mods on discretional basis is recommended, right? Each and every stage will introduce you to which mods you should use, or you could use, or you can use all the mods whenever you want to. The adventures will start on hard conditions, but you'll have lots of floating initial resources, so better expand it quick. Many other ships sunk, so floating trash will be hard. The getting point system will be the following. Killing bad girls means 1 point, and they are accumulative, because 3 deaths means 1 full point, right? You have to kill 3 evil seagulls to win 1 point. Killing Pacific gulls, they are only resting, means 1 point lost per killing, right? Respect them. Exploring pufferfish means 1 miss point, even if they don't hurt you. If they hurt you, 2 miss points. A whole island looted or ransacked means 3 points for you. Being hit by animals means 1 miss point per attack. Per attack. You only win 1 point by killing 1 bad animal. But the animal hits you, each time the animal hits you, means 1 miss point. Killing bad animals means 1 point per aggressive animal, as I told you. Murder except using developer's weapon. Spare once you can use it. The OP weapon will be only to get resources from the animals you kill with that gun, with that weapon, when I recommend you use it. Okay. Till then you should not use it, but just for experience or just for testing it or trying it. And remember, Arela is Swedish but Spanish at the same time, right? pause the snapshots in case you need to. They're all in the videos. Yes, the girl started losing and losing. But then everything changed. I tell you to pause the snapshots in case you need to see them. This is past. Each and every match I recorded, attending to what happened in the recording videos playing RAFT, and not this throwing, because like the rest of the teams I met, Ireland scored lots of times, and she's midfielder, she's not a forward. And then the girls team reached to first place. Congratulations, Ireland. Rules. The second rule will be, the angel will save you from death once per each island fully ransacked. That means finding treasures and killing enemies. In case the island has an animal you need to get aboard with you, you need to pick up the animal and add it to your crew. 3. You have to take care of animals found on small islands and pink ones forever. That means if you find a pink hen, chick, you have to add it to your raft, right? 4. Losing, killing, or letting die an animal, a farm animal, means failing destination. You can go on, but you can consider you have failed the mission. 5. You cannot drop or leave behind any item but seeds, flowers, and mud objects. But 5 minutes. Okay, you need to drop an item and then repick it again. You can do it, but don't leave it behind, because if you leave an object behind, that means 1 miss point for each item, for each cube item left behind. 6. No storages are allowed till you craft at least 8 regular ones, and then you can craft whichever. No matter the mod, you just can't not craft them. 7. Converting, merging, using, placing, creating, blah blah blah, and logical to get your room is allowed. You need to recover any dropped items soon. I told you. 9. No more than a goat and a llama are allowed by now. Till you loot Balboa Island with least 6 pink chicks. 10. Every pink cock you find should be part of your chicken coop. The clockers. The cuckoo, she left. Los pollitos bonitos. You have 5 minutes to repick temporary dropped items. And then the text in the right side. Dying will make angel resurrects you, but that means you lose 3 points. If you die 3 times without ransacking a whole island, you fail. Avoiding shock attacks means points. 3 avoided bites means 1 point for you. They are accumulative. I mean, from video to video, you can take the note, the jumps per attacking shark you avoided. Angel's chance includes repeating big loot areas. I mean, floating barrels and crates. If you are not very happy with the results, you can repeat it, okay? You can only try areas I mean big, huge expansion of the sea. You can loot them only 3 times. So better you accept the best option. Forget about the rule in green lines, okay? I decided to erase this rule because the game was impossible to win or to success. So forget it, that's all. And remember, you are a castaway and have the essential knowledges. Trash bin is allowed to get rid of unnecessary items, even when you're summoning the trash can or trash bin. Modded and customized to make your own real-life version, please. I will tell this in Spanish, okay? ¿Te ha pillado la vaquilla alguna vez? Un revolcón mínimo te llevas, pero no te quita media vida, que te embista un jabalí. Un ataque de tiburón podría ser mortal, y que te lancen piedras desde altura sí sería descalabrante, pero menuda puntería, ¿eh? ¿Alguna vez has estado sin comer? Pues en RAFT mueres, aunque sea un día sin comer. Recuperas la salud en horas. Wow, en la vida real tardarías a veces semanas o meses dependiendo de las heridas. Los días en la vida real no pasan tan rápido y es muy molesto. El ser humano, por lo general, de noche duerme. ¿Cuándo se descansa en RAFT? Mejor ajustar la aventura a lo que podría ser real o haciendo equivalencia, recoger un recurso llevaría casi 10 minutos, lo cual me parece que está mal balanceado. Bien. La Polla Rosa recommends best experience playing RAFT is using the mod loader and choosing the mods you want to fit to your essentials, but if you play mods from the high-tech mod launcher loader, ratmodding.com, you won't be able to use mods from Nexus. Take a good look at the Sniveling Dinosaur top mods, cause it's very similar to what people use to play the most comfortable way. They are in a video compilation apart from the storyline and the gameplay. Many of them can be switched on or off without restarting the game. Take care of augmented equipment. It's not so much fair mod. Dinamic is one of the best modders ever, but with the augmented equipment, he screwed it up. Okay. Rules, no rules. Basic objective is, of course, keep on living, taking care of animals, garden, and your raft. Recommended. Discover and loot in the island, cause they got plenty resources and some secrets. The main objective is find the remaining humankind, cause it seems like you're not flooded world. Maybe it's not your home planet. You have to find it out, okay? In case there are someone still alive. Required objectives. Collect all the items shown in the next pages. See descriptions. If you have to leave some cube object behind, a good option is compiling much capacity as possible, but you'll gain 1 negative point per object left behind, as I told you. Finally, have in mind that ethically you should play balancing conditions, improvising, contrasting according to your morals. If game fails, bad controls, lags, anything, including malfunctioning mods, consider matching adversities and inclemencies the fairest way as possible. So, who or what is the so-called angel? It's not hard to imagine. It's you. She depends on you controlling her life and her happiness. RAFT está mal hecho, como casi todos los videojuegos de mundo abierto, en que las horas no pasan como deberían pasar en un entorno de realidad pura. Los mods convierten la risa casi burla de ver pasar los días como quien saca churros con manivela en algo que se puede considerar más ajustado a una realidad paralela algo más aproximada. Al menos que de la sensación de haber vivido de verdad la cantidad de días vividos que han pasado. Los mods son configurables y hay más de 200, por lo que elegirlos a la carta según las preferencias personales de cada cual es lo que convierte la experiencia de un juego medio simpático, pero sin grandes pretensiones, en algo mucho más decente, a pesar de las limitaciones horrendas y estridentes que tiene el título per se. Ojalá fuera como RAFT Survival. Disenvolved. No llega. No quiero eso. Let's go with the mods. Let's go with the rules and let's go with the next snapshots, okay? The analysis, the list, the configurations and the recommendations. Let's go. And please, Shark, don't attack my dolly, okay? My queca in Spanish is muñeca means doll and dolly means queca. These are the mods I used to play with. Some of them are not loaded and some of them are basically always running. And some of them, you can say them. I had to add the batch that I'm playing so far. So they have not batches this design. I mean, pointed yet. I could mention all of them, but it's best if you post the snapshots and you can see which mods I'm playing to and which mods I never even try out, because some of them are new. These mods are constantly changing. They are updating the mods, and some of the mods, especially at the bottom of the lines, are just jokes. For example, miniskit mod, etc. As you can see, the last mods, the 4 last mods, one of them designing them, and other are just jokes. Attention, this is the disclaimer. You should read it carefully. This could be or should be a parental warning for all what's forthcoming, okay? And then chart for my channel too. If nowadays violence and blood are common and almost normal in this world, and in the video games, I wonder why nudity and even partial nudity is a crime and scares all the Nazis, fascists, Puritans and retrogrades. I'm not talking about any country, okay? I'm talking generally. Teach and show how true lessons should be to your children instead of pretending they live in cuckoo land. Is that much different bikini from lingerie? If you don't accept you're still an animal inside, same as you came from ancestors, it's you that the woman who lives in cuckoo land is you. Don't be so stupid, please, I said. But have in mind that total nudity is not included in this video's compilation. But it's not for people under 16 years old. Least is my warning. Due to the language I barely but sometimes use, right? Okay. And don't forget to give a chance, please, to the RAFT wiki. It got tons of information you need to know about this great video game. You should play at least once in a lifetime, okay? Give it a chance, please. RAFT is very, very funny, most of all. It's like playing a movie, an animation movie. Because the chapters, the characters and the sceneries are not like a real life game. You will see if you play it, okay? As I think you know it because you played it before. This will be your starting RAFT. Yes, this is your starting RAFT and there's no more. And your surrounding world is full of sharks and you don't have the need to tell them jokes because they have the humor, their jokes, but their jokes are very sarcastic and the world is full of seagulls surrounding you the same way. Okay, this is the full page parental warning disclaimer in case you haven't read it so far or you haven't understood me. This is just a joke, but it's written in Spanish, okay? So if you can read Spanish, you won't be able to know which one are my kind of jokes. Again, La Polla Rosa recommends. I think it's something I told before. My native language is Spanish, so it's a good option to turn the subtitles, I told you, on the moments I comment some things. I can handle myself in English, but haven't got enough level to speak faster. YouTube has a very good subtitling feature. You should turn it on. Automatic subtitles, when your pronunciation is good enough, can be switched. I tested it out while speaking English, and finding Spanish translation was exact 95% of the times due to my invented words. YouTube was able to translate it. And then I tested it from Spanish to English, and you know what? I found out that I can even learn more English. Give it a try, it's worth it. So, objects or animals you need to get, it's very important, okay? Have on mind each and every one of these snapshots, okay? Pay attention at the slides. The 4 special fishing objects, 5 per each of them. All the sticky pieces, there are 4. You have to find them again once more, because you have to place the column in the exact order. All tickies plus ticky column plus a special ticky mask. I told you that requires minimum 2 tickies. And all pink chickens found alone. I mean, each and every one. A pink hen, you need to take it with you. Starting RAFT will be simple. 2 plus 1 anchored and reinforced 1. Well, having 6 pink chicks allows having any number of animals after balboa. That means if you already have 6 pink chicks, you can have all the llamas and all the goats you want. 1 llama and 1 goat. No more than 1 llama and 1 goat. Okay, by now. In case finding special ones, set the others free on islands. I mean, if you find these 2 samples, this should be the greatest ever. You don't need to replace them in case you capture the other ones. These are the slides. I told you, you could pause it to see them. These are just jokes in Spanish, referring to a word of a song, and still keeps with jokes. These are regular hens, okay? I'm playing with the tiniest ones, but you can set them the hugest ones. And this is a sample for the tiki column and the rest of the tiki pieces, and the special mask is at the foot of the image. And this is another joke. Some lies with jokes in Spanish. And this is a popular song that people sing in Christmas time, but just in Spanish. And it's full of pieces. More objects you need to get. The trading post fishing batches. You need to get to the maximum level in the trading post. All cassettes collection. Get them all is needed. If you don't have the mod I'm implementing to RAFT when I'm trying to put inside the game all the rest of the cassettes, you don't need to, okay? Just pick up the basics cassette that the game has, and that's all. All fishing objects from Arashi's fishing expansion, just in case you play with that mod. You play with the mod at Arashi, you couldn't be able to use a fishing net in your RAFT. I used to place it in the backwards, okay? Like dredging the surface, okay? Everything that the net finds, you know what I mean. There are 8 items plus 5 special treasures, as you can see in the forthcoming slides. Buy at least half of the items per fishing level, right? at least half of the items. Wearable, placeable, or ornamental mandatory. All in-game food and drinks recipes. You need to gather them. And why not, of course. You should or you must eat and drink from time to time them. These are the trading post fishing badges and all the items it includes. I think it's very tiny writing and it's hard to read. Yes, I can read it because my screen is large. But in case you're not able to read it, please let me know and I will send you the full-sized slide. All cassette collection. The songs have copyright, so I haven't implemented them to the game. They are blank. But the cassettes, I'm working on it, okay? And I'm working on the radio channels to implement more messages. I have already prepared 6 more messages with the Unicode, the military Unicode for speaking. Alfa Romeo Tango Charlie Bravo Kappa Juliet, etc. You know what I mean. For example, Golf, India, Victor, Echo, Mike, Echo, Alpha, Lima, India, Kilo, Echo. Thank you. Another slide for Arasis Fish Expansion items treasures. And another one. One of them are very good made. These are other types. They are in Spanish, but as you can see in the drawings, you can guess which recipes there. Again, La Polla Rosa recommends plan your island's tripping to stock up on resources. The more you can if you have the space to carry the maximum amount. For example, the big clams, titanium, or make excursions to pick up only flowers and seeds, including fruits, etc. Another good planification method is to save some plastic and trees for you to come back to fully loot the groups of near islands. Maximize the stock back, take care of the hunger and thirst, picking up food or better fruit so you can eat and drink the same time while arriving from island to another. I would recommend you. More you need to get. Or hanging ornamental objects. List 1. For all stages, okay? Bari, Temperance, Tangaroa, Baruna, Utopia, etc. That means using the metal detector, okay? Because lots of treasures are hidden down the ground, as you can see at the right side of the diary. And the amount is 1, except where it's indicated. All pictures and all objects are in full size for counting. Pictures are the pictures you can see. I have added a new picture, a picture of Mariola, but if you don't have the mod, you haven't got the picture, so you don't need to find it, okay? That's just for me. These are the slides. Remember, 1 per object. And this is it. Let's go on. More you need to get. Yes, I know this gameplay with method is very hard, but trust me, I have played from 6 years or 7 years ago, and I found that this was really a challenge for me. So I'm trying out my best, and you should play. In case you haven't played RAFT, you'll find better a real fun experience. And you have played before, you found that this goal will be very I can't find the word, but more or less comes to be in Spanish. I know the word, of course, but not in English because it's not my day. I never cut. you have a feedback from your experience, incredible feedback, and you'll find out that you are able to, that you have improved your level while playing RAFT. And if you're newer, if you're a newbie or you're green, you find it's it's more funny, it's funnier than you ever thought in a very childish video game. You need to find 10 toy robots and one golden one. Least one golden one. It's the most, I think it's almost impossible to find out a golden toy robot. Because I almost tear out my hair while trying to find it. And I used to always find the golden toy robot. Times I haven't found it, it was very frustrating. There is no collection gathering time limit, so you can pick the items you need to get the time you need to. This is another analysis objects view from the mod, and the radio cassette, and sometimes these are the tapes the game includes. My tapes, I'm working on them, okay? And the rest of the items are optional, you don't need to gather. These are the full page slides. And the golden toy robot. Okay, La Polla Rosa recommends using the trainer is the best option, I mean Bravo Echo Sierra Tango option ever to save time of your life. Speeding up the game to the maximum won't be cheating. You'll be able to swim between islands and floating boats in few minutes or seconds, or adjusting speed to your preferences. This is true. You're gonna watch it in the videos that from time to time I used to speed up the game, but be careful because you will be thirsty and hungry same speed as you do other things. Activate or deactivate it to fit it to your planned playing style. See the see the snapshot. Yep. Set game speed, the maximum is 10. Easy as press numpad 9 and then again will give you time. More you need to get. Decorative optional plants, and Tangaroa plants, each per one. And plants from Temperance and Utopia. Plus 1 piano and 1 Rhino Shark trophy. You get to gather all animal trophies, minimum 20 per common enemy. That means 50 per shark trophies slaughtered without using the OP weapon, the developer's spare weapon, that only can be used to obtain resources from sharks from time to time. Try not to use it more often, okay? Sharks can be killed with a spear, but the heads must be discarded as trophies. Use it as trash because they are not legal for your experience, okay? And they are not meaning winning points for you. Bookmarks are so far unknown destinations until they are revealed. And build, please, a beautiful ship if you are able, and not a monster as other players do, please. Construct or please build or craft a beautiful raft. I'm not saying as beautiful as Aurelia is, but at least try to. She's so lovely. More slides. And more slides. More plants. Some of them are artificial and some of them are natural. Your way. This will be your way. The next dyslexia is mine. The next section. Oh, it's hard to say it even in English and even in Spanish. I sometimes trip up my tongue out while saying some certain lines in Spanish, and that's the reason for my dyslexia. That will be your closer partner. Take care of the sharks, I told you. Sharpen your wits, you will want to survive. Be aware you're not living alone. Purify water and search for food. And someone said once, be quick and be dead. You know the song from Iron Maiden? Okay. Never give up and keep expanding. Remaining soul energies may help. Which one are the remaining soul energies? I will tell you them. Available but optional modes. The optional modes you can use it from the beginning, from the very first start. Use on discretionary basis is recommended, and these are the 6, and then the other 6 optional modes for the starting game. From 0. Optional 1 is Better Ice. It's a mod by Dynamite. The optional 2 is Electricity mod. Dynamite 2. The optional 3 is Hand Gathering. This is very handy, never been used before, because when you crack your hook, you can get with your hands 2, 3 resources in case the island is almost ransacked. You can use your hands. It should be logical. But the icon of the game is the hook. Okay? So let's go into respect it. By now. The optional 4 is a Hide Helmet mod by Shargot. By the way, the hand gathering mod is by Tegem R950. Optional 5, the item compressor mod by Adelaman. I used not to use it. Use it. The optional 6, name your shark, is a very funny game in which you can name each and every one of your sharks. I used to call them in a female name because sharks haven't got sex. I will explain before and I will explain it after. Use the ones you need, right? Oh, you thought I said bye? No. Again, La Polla Rosa recommends, since you are starting with 2 reinforced foundations, it is best to build a mezzanine supported by half columns. There will be time to secure the final base, but it's the best way to secure your resources. As long as you use the shark's attack delayed mode, you play like real life could be. Sharks won't attack on sight, but trust me, it is better to spend as little time as possible in the water. Using the sprites mode will prevent your plots from evil gulls having 3 or 4 yellow floating fluffers, as I used to call them, that will harm or kill them. Kill these bad gulls. The bad gulls are trying to eat all of your crop plots. They have plenty islands around. I don't know why they always like vultures surrounding me. Surrounded my keka. Dolly. More about your way. Good for me learning is better than rush and sail unprepared. A brilliant destiny may await you. Are you a total Sunday tripper, hidden, boring hipster, or a true explorer? Your style will define you. Mark your steps even on water and be unique. The one who always really loved you. Your father. You'll find your way back home, dear. Available but optional mods. Use on a discretionary basis is recommended once again. The optional 7, More Rare Animals mod by Yannick. Optional 8, Random Animals Spawns, a mod by Nefininium. Optional 9, Sway Physics, mod by Trevor Phillips. Optional 10, Wired Batteries, mod by guess who? Dynamite. Optional 11, More Trust Redux by the same. Optional 12, More Trophies, mod by the same. This is a sample of more trophies. Now you can place a lot more of trophies. A mod by Dynamite. You can place lots of items. This was my ship. I would like to build it once more. Legal way, okay? Not cheating. It's possible, but the raft will be empty in the inside. Even when in the outside it's very, very beautiful, but she can be completed until the adventure is on the way. This is the rear view. This is another ship. This is a very, very huge ship. The name of the ship is the Arella, just as the Kika. And this is my pirate ship. It's one of the beautiful ships I ever made since 2019. But it was a first version when RAFT was a completed game, and RAFT was very, very ugly. Not as me, but yes. And this is a very, very funny version I made from Listen to Your Heart from Roxette, but changing the lines for each and everything that happens while playing RAFT, okay? So I made a special for the weight of my raft, lost in the ocean with a huge love for sharks, etc. If you listen to the original songs, you can find I have fixed and fit all the lines to the song. I tried out singing while listening to a MIDI file, but I broke two mics. That's not true. That's not true. And the forthcoming idiocy is Waxet. Screaming in my rap, I will sail you. Screaming in my rap. Starting environment. Once again, more mods. Your actual world consists of 4 blocks affecting environment. For example, these are the factors. The starting factors, your lucky star, your unborn notions, and your ability to feel the world itself. For a real open water experience, these 2 initial mods should be used or used. The More Sharks and Gulls by Franz Fischer, 78. And Shark Attack Delayed, a mod by Neflaimio. New mod shark. El dinosaurio llorón, it's easier. See full dialogue for details and view enlarged slides. The environment, more sharks and gulls, shark attack delayed, more bananas, luck chances, altered island generation, random loot extension, seeds from fruits. The skills are inventory before hotbar, inventory before hotbar, longer signs, and Wi-Fi antenna. The perception skills are craft from all storages, island items view, and statistics dyslexia. But time for algorithm, huh? Come on, Dolly. Kick it. She's mad even in the inside. I love it. Wow. Have you ever thought the idea of a lonely, spiteful, and ravenous shark and 2 single seagulls surrounding your raft is very bored? Then this mod is for you. Just with Sharks Attack Delayed mod is the perfect pair. More Sharks and Gulls, mod by Franz Fischer, 78. You have between 10 and 25 seconds to search around. Even hungry sharks don't attack the second you get into the water, but if you stay there for a minute, they will bite any possible food shape. As long as the raft is very bad finished, mods turn it into a really enjoyable experience. This mod is Shark Attack Delayed, a mod by Neflaimio. I'm so sorry about the model, but I cannot pronounce it, okay? Please, use a very comfortable nickname, please. Basic mode if you want to play with 4 or more sharks. The Shark Attack Delayed is based in as it could be in real life, okay? Take care when you've been swimming and get back to the raft. It's dangerous. If a shark bites you, the others will smell the blood and do the same. If you avoid the bite attempt, it's probably the others will ignore you. Some seconds more. So, all aboard the raft train! And remember, their family ties are very close. If you attack them, they will lash out at you. You can see here Arella hiding from the sharks. The sharks are huge. Not as whales, but they are huge too. More than the keka. Keka is Arella. These are discarded slide. The discarded option for an optional slide for more seagulls and sharks. La polla rusa recommends. Surviving the first 2 hours will be the hardest part. If you are fast, you may live to tell for a while. If you're lucky, may you survive longer and then die anyway. But if you if you're fast, lucky and smart, may you live to sit down, be productive. Playing this challenge in hardcore mode won't guarantee you success, but if you avoid barrels, crates and treasures in the starting conditions until you craft the trunks, you will save space in your inventory. You cannot leave items behind longer nor craft plastic containers until you get at least 8 regular chests. Starting environment. Again, final. Okay, the final. The right lines I have already done before. More bananas by Dynamite. The Altered Island Generations. Altered Island Generations by Dynamite too. Random Loot Extension by Limachi. Seeds for Fruits by that's a name. More bananas. Now they won't be decorative anymore. Banana trees will give you fruit, planks and seeds. This mode is basic if you don't want to starve yourself to death. Altered Islands Generation. Pay attention, open your eyes wide. Now you can find titanium and plastic. This mode is by Dynamite. And from time to time you will find a little amount of titanium. But 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 titanium pieces can be located in the small islands. Okay? And large islands are just occasional. In control doesn't work, so pay attention because this mod is not working properly. Random Loot Extension is the name that the mod started being named. And now his name is In Control. In Control doesn't work. I have tried a lot of times. No. After being tested 7 times, In Control doesn't work yet. At least for me. Doesn't work even without mods or choosing the essential ones. No way making it work. I don't know why. Only thing you want to be, you want to find by configuring it. Okay, mod by Limachi. In that case, these will be the rest items you may find in the barrels or in the crates. I think it's a good option because they could be trash, or even they could be items you can find in from a container ship that sunk and the rest of the boxes arised. Seeds from fruits. In case you eat these fruits, you'll sometimes get their own seeds. This is a mod by Mike X-Ray Yankee Zulu Papa Tango Lima Kilo. Okay? Starting environment. Oh no. Again, more starting environment. This should be the last one entry in the book, in the RLS book, okay, in the diary. A battery before hot bath. Ooh, very, very important. Longer signs, optional, maybe, that's okay. The wireless antenna receiver, Wi-Fi antenna mode, and craft from all inventory from iDynamite. Longer size, a mod by J. Smith, and inventory before hotbar by DCS Sobral. Wi-Fi antenna by iDynamite. iDynamite is very easy to say it. I think it's in every language. You start with this mentioned environment. Benefits. But once you start the venture, you gain better item drops. Born skill, and this mod is by TechGame R950. Now you can see what you left behind. Couldn't you see what you're leaving? By the way, dropping a metal item doesn't sink. It's incredible, huh? These are full-sized slides. Better before dyslexia. I'm not quoting any single line. I'm getting wrong my lines. Items will be stored where they should go, and not in the hotbar. Not in the hotbar, please. Leave the items I'm grabbing in my backpack. Backpack. Longer signs. Now you can write a lots of lines in all the signposts, in all the signs. And wireless antenna receiver. I was really annoyed by the idea that the wire was in the middle of the stairs, downstairs, and I could hold my own beep while the dolly is stepping down the stairs. Sorry. Okay. Now the Wi-Fi antenna, now the antenna is Wi-Fi. Now you can walk around without being your screwed. Craft or inventory. You can choose with middle mouse button, clicking which storage you want to be included or excluded when you're crafting without having them open. If you want to exclude a chest, for example, you're far away from your raft and you think that it's cheating construction far away from your raft any item, you should block the chest while being in your raft, and then you cannot construct or build or craft the specific item. And that's the order priority the mode in the game takes the resources from. By the way, a mod by guess who? La Polla Rosa recommends you should not use the craft from all inventory mod while not being in your raft. I told you, because that should be like cheating, and I mean crafting from all inventory when you're in the raft is the fairest choice. Mod didn't have on mind, because it has no mind, of course. How far you go? How far you swim from your home. Good for worlds. Play as you want to, but consider this as more realistic crafting way, due to, the items you stored. Starting environment, the final section, the ending section. Island items, very, very important, by Franz Fischer 78. Statistics mode. I said it gay. Yeah, I said it the best way, the right way. I said it good. By Dynamite. Capital latent mode is minimap. Without minimap, I don't want to play Raft anymore. Okay? So minimap should be my second favorite mode ever. Why second? Why is the first one? The first one. Let's keep the secret. I wouldn't play the game Raft without this one. I told you. Allows you to design your world around. Which one is that mode? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I won't keep the secret any longer. The first place mode, for me, at last, and for many people who's playing this game, is... my ass is bleeding. No. Spawn items. That's all. This is a homage to Hitman Heart. Brett Hitman was my favorite wrestler ever. And Mr. Perfect. Okay, and the minimap view allows you to map your world around. Taking snapshots of this circle will allow you to make a map of your world surrounding. List the islands that may be hidden, but they're not hidden. They are there. The game doesn't make the island appear until you're close to the island. The game renders the island when you're next to it. But even while the game knows the island is there, it's not appearing in the map. I guess this is due to software problems, due to the latency, or due to a lot of circumstances. The island items is recommended for playing in 2 stages mode. The first stage should be used from the starting point, I think. You may only see the left bar, or this you should. In the stage 2, once you have, for example, ransacked or looted 2 huge or large islands, I think you could use, without any trouble or problems, the full view island items. The full view island items shows you where the items lay. But when using only the left bar, you can see which items are included in the island, in the present island, and the amount of the objects, but not the location, right? Okay. This is one of my favorite too. This could be the third, maybe, favorite. Statistics mode. This time I have said, well, it includes a huge lot of things, and it's a mod, again, by Dynamite, that is the best mod ever for RAFT, as long as I saw. But Dynamite has one of the worst ever. Each cat has their own creation, as for example our cat created us, so that means everything. I'm going to try and to say too that Dynamite is not a cat. So sorry, but he's the best, just for me. At the left bar, you can see all the options included in statistics mode. You can turn it on, switch it on, blah, 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 blah. You can see the La Polla Rosa health. You can see the remaining uses for each and every item you have in your inventory. You can use the health on sharks, on puffer fishes, and you can see the center of your raft, and you can see how much uses for your recipes, or your items, or for your... This mode also includes a compass, but you don't need a compass as long as you're maybe playing the minimap mode. That is my second favorite ever. And statistics mode is just curious mode for showing you all information, and a lot of information I haven't included in the snapshot. I blame myself. What the hell? I need to make it better. Welcome to your new world. Now you're starting to play. These mods are considered from the beginning. You can use it as long as the other mods I have talked to you about before. Primigenia will be your starting world. It includes, I think, 8 mods more you can use from now. I mean, from the start. As long as the others, you can use them from the start. And these mods, I will tell you later. I'm gonna read first of all the right column. I have just wrapped it in this new sea. This different world seems to have eternal day period. That's not true, because the day is same as in the Earth. I have changed it for this version of the game because I played it before, and I said daytime stopped forever, so always was day. So forget about that. Should I fear when the night comes? Yes, Dolly, Keka. You should fear when the night comes, Arella. The little I can read, the floating crates line, so I suspect someone has added something, cause this is not my home planet. It's like some sea of simulation. or a video game is instead of surviving bad ocean smells. Wine cools. Rain is wet and sugar is wet. Clap your squeaking dolls like vultures hovering over me. Bites hearts and all senses let me know this has nothing to do with simulation. Looks like real and has to be real. Have to check it out. Or am I maybe being tested due to my net? No. Recursive placement. First of this section of mods. A mod by Dynamite. The ignore build collision and building utilities. These mods are made by seguido and Dynamite. Switch items resource are made by Really Boy 204 and bigger plots are mod by Tech Roll. These are the mods. You will really love these mods and you will consider them as basic and needed. And you will need these mods from now on if you're using the mod game launcher. You will see now placing your objects in line has never been easier. As you can see, you can place the objects and they appear in brilliant green until you press the button so they appear all together placed. It's a very important mod, and if I could know if this mod existed, it would have saved, I'm gonna say hundreds and hundreds of hours in my life that I have wasted placing each and every one of the containers. If I didn't know this mod exists. Ignore build collision comes to be the same as building utilities. Building utilities is the same, but it's better. I think it's better, but it's very hard to use it because you waste your time while trying to recover the previous way of setting your objects and your items. The inner build collision is easier, but it has to be I'm gonna tell you, this mod needs to be constantly unload and then load over and over once more to work again. I don't know why. Maybe other mods, or maybe, I don't know, but the mod works fine. You just have to get to the mods launcher while being in the game, of course. Otherwise, I would have raised this mod a long time ago. But you can unload and then get back to the game and load the game and then get back to the game again. You need to get out of the game, but not loading your world again. No, just press F9 so you can see the mods and then unload it. Press F9 again, get back to the game, press F9 again, load the mod again, press F9 again, and then the mod is working. It's very annoying, but it's taking you like 7 seconds, 10 seconds, no more. Okay, no more. Dynamite fixed this annoying issue, but deconfigured the usual building placement. I do seriously recommend using both, depending on your placement demands, but not at the same time, both of them, okay? No, please, no. Don't use both of them, you're gonna have troubles. Why? Because depending on your key settings, this may cause one serious placing trouble that takes a minute or two to fix it, and that minute could be crucial. This is very annoying when you're hungry or thirsty, and time is pressing you to eat. Use this mod better for free building. Yes, it will make the mod better. You're not in a hurry. Okay? Why do I use preferentially the building utilities? and ignore build collision. Well, I tell you, for example, building utilities allows you to build a lot, almost impossible ways of construction, or rafting, or filtering, or floating, or routing, or cronking, and you and you can make a thing I have loved ever since I find out that can be possible to place. And I mean the collecting nets. The collecting nets needs to have a platform near to place the net itself. And if you don't have any foundation, you need to build foundations upon the sea. And then beside the foundation you can place a collecting net. But building utilities allows you, if you press, and guess it was, ignore permissions, or ignore instability or permissions. One of them are the ones that if you set them in green, allows you to place the net, the collecting net. And I always thought, why is it impossible to place a collecting net if in real life you could place it perfectly tied up to the proximate one? Why not? So thanks, Dynamite. Thanks again. But for the basic and easy objects you need to spot, or to fix, or to place, it's better the ignore build collision, because it's just set free or unfree or unset or whatever the item you need to place. That's all. Doesn't matter where the place is located, but have in mind the working function of the objects. If you place the object in some spot and you are not able to get to the working functions or tools, that depends on you, okay? So use it, please, use it, because playing will be easier. Switch items resource. I do really love this mod for the game, as long as I do really love Ireland, because it's my creation. I designed her, and you can switch into a basic items resource. This mod is by Really Boy 204. If you have, for example, 10 planks, 10 leaves, or 10 plastic, you can turn them into 5 of each of the others. If you have 10 planks, you can turn it into leaves or into plastic. If you have leaves, you can turn into plastic, into woods. And if you have plastic, you can turn it into leaves or into my feet. And if you you have to excuse me, but most important is turning one metal ingot into 5 scrap pieces of metal. Is one of the basics, because scrap metal is being used by almost all the recipes. I don't know why, but all scraps are basic in this world. And I'm wondering why scraps are not hidden in the sea. Why scraps are floating? Mystery, would you come back to me? Finally, would you see? Would you be my lady? Did you plan? Don't leave anything behind? Do you miss one of the 3 basic resources and you got plenty of others? Then this mod is for you. One of the best mods if you play Equalized, and I do really love play Equalized. The bigger plots, one of the best ever mods if you want to survive in hardest condition from the beginning. And that's why my green heart is for this mod, because it's due to nature itself. This is a mod by Take Roll, or the way it needs to be pronounced. Surviving will be funniest than ever. Even little plots will lend you a hand. I recommend you to use the 2x2 or the 4x4 but use each and every one of them because you have plenty of spaces. And you wouldn't let her die, don't you? You don't want to let her die. My dolly, La Queca needs to be alive. My name is Aurela. Okay? Attention, parental warning, disclaimer. Why Aurela is tongued out? Because she's saying boo to all the Puritans and stupid people who doesn't understand some things in life. Game should have considered even dressing and improving character clothing, but fearing Puritans and censors wouldn't consider for all ages the title. It's so childish, don't you think? They didn't add it to the game. Didn't even put genitals to sharks. So that's why I always tell the all females. Male elasmobranchios has 2 pennies. The model has no external sexual attributes, or hidden when you kill her. Should anybody be scared about nature itself? I will never understand some rules and regulations. Seems like we keep living in an eternal nascence. Equipment is necessary to craft, but it's so as if being dressed up is a matter of course. Help! A naked body, socorro! My eyes are gonna bleed. I'm mad of shame dead, but I won't be sarcastic, I promise. I'll be sarcastic. Easy flows, easy thrones, will you let me trust? No, will not let you know. Oh, mamma mia, let me show. Balsa-boop was an evil censor put adrift from me. Teach your children what human were, are and will be, Jesus. How much hypocrisy everywhere. One day they will censor even violence, blood, and even talking. One day they will just jail us just to breathe. One day we may kill them like the zombies they are. Forcing and trying we should be the same and the same. No me da la gana. Estamos. Let me be real. Ask a doctor if seeing a naked body makes a difference to him or her. If only we were not surrounded by perversion, the world would be a better place. Targets should be those bad-born people instead of the ones who can enjoy, besides just watching nudity, feeling nothing special, but for some loving obsessions, of course, are not made of stone. Being a liberal does not have to mean being a libertine, and nudity was the common thing in millions of years of evolution. Made the clothing started a shame. Evolving from this, so in my personal opinion, she's even sexier in her undies, rather than naked herself, but whatever floats your boat, never been said. She told me not to appear completely naked, except in artistic nudes, so she's always clothed, even when she loves miniskirts and flaunting her underwear. Y porque siendo mi creación, me da la gana y me sale de las penumbras. In case anyone wonders why my queca, dolly, muñeca, doll, always wears gloves and socks or stockings, is why in my dream we met at a seems like chill out club and she wear those clothing. I remember she scolded me for mispronouncing her name on the grounds that she was English. My name is Arela, she said. Then, the sooner I woke up, the sooner I created in Koikatsu Party Club video game. Even from nudity and mostly empty face to the last and most precise detail and retouching what Dolly looked like instead of a real woman, as I saw her in my dream. Strange that she stayed. I still wait to meet her again in a dream. I've been unable so far. This is a discarded slide for a recursive placement. Now you know why. I'm recording all of this in one go. Just in one go. If I'm not able to make it right, please, I'm so sorry. Right. La Polla Rosa recommends when going back to your raft from being diving or swimming or rooting out an island, best option is getting back and get aboard from port and starboard, and even better, stern. Nobody's telling you if sharks will bite you or not, but you will got less chances of being bitten. You're gonna see this behavior in sharks as videos are gonna be presented. I try not to I try not to dive looking where they come from. Please don't do that. If you submerge in the water, if you dive into the water and look where sharks are coming from, you have plenty chances of being bitten, of being attacked. And if a shark attacks you, the rest of the sharks will attack you too. Swim as far out of the water as possible. For example, floating while playing dead. In Spanish, at least that's a way for calling it, hacerse el muerto. It's like swimming, but looking at the sky. That's all. The sharks maybe bite you in a real world, or maybe not. But in the game, that means swimming, and that's all. Just swimming. That's all. Don't dive where there are lots of sharks. You got plenty chances to be bitten. Swim as far out of the water as possible, and jump just when you sense that you are going to be bitten. That's very, very easy to see. If you are distracted, sharks will bite you. But if you're paying attention of the surrounding sharks, you can see when a shark is going directly straight to you. And then when the shark is about to get near so close to you and then bite you, jump. You avoid the bite. The rest of them change the direction so they won't be bitten you. Understand? The sharks cannot swim backwards like mammals or other fishes. Most of the times avoiding the first will make the rest forget you. Other times another one sharks will try to bite you. This is try and see. That's all. Primigenia, phase 2. More mods. Plant seed crafting by Franz Fischer. The advanced basic cultivation by Dynamite. The composting mod by Dynamite 2. And the miscellaneous cheats, misc cheats, Dynamite again. You should use mods when slides appear in the diary. Should. Best option is to put mods in another folder so they cannot work till it's worthy due to experience. Playing is better to get notions and blueprints. Should be the same while playing RAFT modded with common sense, but you are old enough to decide which ones to use. Trouble is when you use several profiles. What to do? Keep mods working but don't use them till you think you earn it with your own survival experience. As easy as that said. The plant seed crafting means turn fruits into seeds. That's all. Nothing more than that. You can get seeds from fruits while eating them. But if you directly need to obtain a seed from a fruit, just convert it, turn it into the seed, and that's all. You can win some room between islands. That's all. From Fisher, thank you. The advanced basic cultivation was very, very motivational for me. But I think, basic or advanced? What do you mean? ¿En qué quedamos? ¿Básico o avanzado? Come on, please, make up your mind. Basic or advanced? You got me messed up. By the way, I found similarities into the question mark and the head of the... Now you will be able to plant all you wanted before. I mean, all you wanted before in the game, because this game is... This is all you can plant. This is all you can find. And that's all. This is not ARK Survival Evolved. Okay, this is RAFT. Composting mode. Turn meat and fish into ash by pressing into smelters. Place it into smelters. And create dirt for your animals. And that's why La Polla Rosa say, it's good for me. Because if this create ash, and creating ash, and then turning into dirt, using, for example, the green goo, you can obtain the dirt for you to create the grass parcels. These are all the miscellaneous cheats by Dynamite. I have gathered all them together for you to see each and every one of the miscellaneous cheats, MISC cheats, the multipliers, the on-off cheats, and the others. I will explain you this mod later. By now, use the allow smelting bolts and hinges. Smelter notion, advanced skill born from childhood. And the greatest MISC cheats feature, learn or forget recipes, research all or unresearch all. Discover blueprints, forget blueprints, or reset all settings to default values. You survive Primigenia. I'm actually playing Waterland, as you can see here. So I'm using all the mods I have commented before. For example, the water wheel mod. And the sooner I found a large island, the sooner I'm using water wheel mod, of course, as you will see, as you will watch in the videos recorded. Congratulations! You succeeded Primigenia, surviving the hardest conditions. It's time for you to turn the teen into a woman in this mapped area so you can try you out building your real raft, basically at least, and start the sailing once more. You're worthy. My dear sweet child, after essential or born notions, I leave you the surrounding island map that I located before these final hours came to my life. Be bold and brave, my sweet child. The map is updated, for sure. From now on, you will be on your own, my dearest girl. Hope you find freedom and happiness without me. Your loving father, love forever. Now, Arela is on her own. Father died, and she has to survive. Let's take a look at the mods. The Water Wheel by Traxen. The Improve Fishing Rod and X by Skilinowski. You will be able to quit using mods like this and many others when you learn the better raft, better islands, and better trees mod, but they are very, very recent mods, and I haven't tried them out but one of them, and I'm trying them out, okay? I will use them, by the way. The Simple Charger by Plate Glass Armor. I can use the Simple Charger. I haven't built it. I didn't remember I could use it. Okay, vale. Vale. Thank you. Water Wheel mod. Since humankind created its own fire, ojo, attention please. Fire is a discovering, not an invention. But own fire is a creation of the humankind. Okay, not a discovering. Discovering can be included in music, fire, etc. And thousands of other inventions. This mod is was created by Traxen, land in Waterland. Yes, I know, Waterland. Maybe I'm sexy, but please respect me. My sexuality means flirting and not abusing. That's one of the reasons why I always defend a woman. You want to see the woman really, really beautiful? Respect them. That's all. Water moves the wheel. Wheel deposits water in the big bowl. Magnifying glass, boil the salty water and turn it into distilled you can drink. By the way, distilled water has no taste at all. And the rest of the water has its own taste, depending you're drinking from. For example, water in Madrid has a very, very good quality. I'm telling you not because I'm from Madrid. I'm telling you because a lot of people tell it. You can drink it directly from the tap, and it's a real, real good water. Improve fishing rod and eggs. I've been using this just the moment I get to Waterland, between Primigenia and Waterland, between two stages. This would improve fishing rod, metal, eggs, and titanium. I didn't know what could be the slide or the snapshot I could take for presenting this mod because it's hard. So I decided to add all the text in the page mod. You can read it. A mod by Sklinowski is a very, very capital mod for you to craft lots of items according to bigger plots, because when you plant the seeds, if you have the improved fishing rod and eggs, and if you have, by the way, improving fishing rod and eggs could be surpassed by a better island, better raft, better world, better chest, better lips, and better best is chop down a tree with one hit. And if you use a titanium X, by the way, I cannot nowadays use the titanium X because I haven't earned it in the stage I am playing to. Chop down a tree with a one hit, same as metal X, and get random reward. Plug always as metal X or iron X. But you can get to feather or X. Is feather or feather? I never been sure about the pronunciation in English of plumas. Feather? No. Feather? No. Sometimes an X from the birds in the X from the trees. There was an earlier version of RAFT when seagulls laid eggs. Now they can't. Supercharger. Okay, I can use the supercharger. I'm gonna build it. Because right now, nowadays, I'm playing. I haven't got still to the radio station, but I'm playing the final stages of the Waterland stage. So now I know I can craft supercharger, or maybe two. Eat all day will charge your batteries while selling. These two were forced to be placed together for saving space. This mod is by Plate Glass Armor. La Kika, the dolly, used to wear a white swimming dress. Very discreet. And why always white? Because it's my favorite color. Y cállate and shut up. La canción del cubata. If you can't understand Spanish, you can't understand this poetry. This poem is José de Espronceda. ¿Vale? Okay. Sonia, thank you, because we wrote this poem together. Waterland. More mods for Waterland in the last page, and I'm ending up all I have discovered ever since. By now, in this adventure, not in the former adventures, I have lost all the videos while formatting a hard drive disk. I forget I have all the back in time recordings, back in time from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Each and all, there were thousands of hours recording I have erase them. I've been spending 4 days crying for the loss of the recordings. Okay, vamos a ver. More Rare Animals, a mod by Genic. More Rare Animals is a very, very funny mod. I'm going to talk about it now. The Benevolent Sprites by Dynamite is one of the best mods, but it's always sending you an error and constantly telling you and saying you that means errors, constantly errors. Server Storage by TakeGamer950. These two, I put them together because, well, I will explain you later. A smart idea is playing using cheats, trainers and console to try mods with other profiles. Because you can use a profile where you don't want to cheat, and if you want to use another world, you can use the cheats or whatever you want to, just for trying out the game, right? But the console or the game tells you, you're cheating. The best option is not cheating. Get away from me, you sucker. Did you know I'm using another profile and I'm just testing it? Stupid. Please. Get away those lines. I know when I'm cheating. I know when I'm playing the fair way. The fairest way. Okay? I'm an adult. Okay? Facha! Game has got very few domestic animals. Why not having at least the one we want? Well, this mod is for you. Then, the More Rare Animals. And then, I could bet that you already found the antenna blueprint and the receptor blueprint already. But try and guess that this is the way you could get the main blueprints that you can craft to succeed if you survive Primigenia and get to Waterland. And finally, make your way to Tower Radio Station, visiting the islands on your way to that spot. You should visit at least 3 big or large islands, okay? So you can consider yourself as worthy as to get to the radio tower station. That's my intention. You can see here the big side slides. You can see huge animals. You can see the little chicken carrying in the hands of Maya instead of Arella. I hate the game has not a character creator. I hate that fact. Use console F10 and choose 1. Number of animals spawned on large islands. 2. Kind of animal you want. Common, regular and rare. 3. Animals size 0.5 and 3.0. Little ones and huge ones. For example, more animal scale. No scale, more animal scale. 0.5 space 1.2. Sizes will change into these values. For biggest, use 3.0 space 3.0. That's all. For smallest animals, the cutest ones, use the more animal scale 0.5 space 0.5. That means all animals will be spawned the minimum size. For example, the one I have in my character hands. That means nothing. Don't use capitals in the console mod for this mod. And see the sizes, see the comparison. This is the hugest llama ever you can create or spawn. And this is the smallest one. See the difference? Because they are in the same position, having in mind they are close to the wall. close to the wall. You can see this is very, very large and huge animal, and this is a tiny, tiny llama. And you can see this is a big, 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 big chicken here, black and white, and this is a tiniest chicken in the hands, blue. Okay, that's all. You can see how type in the console. The console means pressing F10, and then you type in the line all the codes you need to make your experience worthy. The game, it's a shame, has got only these 3 animals instead of dozens. Samples in the right side, sorry. More red animals, 60, 30, 10, separated by space. Choose numbers you want, but they must sum up to 10. I mean, 200. First value means common, the second means regular, and the third, the rarest ones. Another sample, more animals, 3. That means 3 times the amount of animals spawned per large island. Take care, because this mode is very, very complicated. Not as me, but it's opposite. Large island won't respawn as long as animals is still in the game log, in the game memory. Okay, you can sail and sail and sail and sail, and you will find large islands again, but then you will find the islands empty, totally empty. No resources, no animals, no heart. I'm gonna take my time to talk about you these 2 mods, basic mods to play with. That's because I have decided to play them from, not from Primigenia, but from Waterland stage. Benevolent sprites. You can see the benevolent sprites, all colored, all color sized, in the right side of the screen, and you can see the server storage on the other side, at the left side of the screen. Okay. If you pause the slide, and you can read, but I'm gonna explain you in case I need to add some explanation. Last version of server storage doesn't need to use near battery anymore. I think the modder never, or at least is my opinion, never used the near battery to make it work. But because I have tried out the other versions, and no one of the other versions needs battery. Yeah. And I liked that the idea of having the need of using batteries near, but it's okay. I have accustomed to play with no battery, that's all. It has more than 300 slots for you to store any items. So this is the hugest, the larger storage item you can build. I think the creator didn't have in mind the idea that it should use more resources to be built, but it's okay. It's cheap. I think it's cheap, at least for me. And what's even the best comfortable modest addition? An easy search bar. You can search anything you want to find in the server storage by typing here anything you know, or you think, or you guess you have included in the server storage slots. So easy. Only thing undone is scrolling down won't work. I mean, if you scroll down here, it will nothing happen. You have to get you have to drag and then go down the bar to see the rest of the objects down. And then picking up storage even when it's full of items is not recommended at all, okay? At least you know there are few items in the server storage, because try an image that you grab the server storage with full of items inside. Your game can crash, okay? You've been warned. I highly recommend exclusive collection for yellow sprites, okay? And no action for green sprites. I'm gonna explain you all the sprites then. And I was leaving a feather and a raw piece of gall. Why? Because if you use the exclusive collection, the yellow, I think my favorites are yellow and the mauve ones. They only will try and search the items you lay in the storage where they are placed. I mean, if you place the yellow sprites and you choose the exclusive collection, you need to set the items you want the yellow sprites are able to pick. For example, to kill bad seagulls, leave what I'm telling you, a raw piece of gall and a feather. So the yellow sprites will always kill bad gulls and nothing more. No any item from the fishing nets, because this is a mess. And even better, if you set collecting area to 0 for green sprites, for you to organize yourself your gardens. Why? You're gonna know why. Please see more details in the direction, in internet direction, and I typed here, okay? Because you need to read the whole explanation of these mods, as long as they are very, very difficult, complicated as my. You can get sprites just fishing with metal fishing rod. Second category rod. You can make sprites, just pick the items you want to choose in exclusive collection and placing in the sprite storage items you want to. Others will be ignored. Good option to manage some areas yourself, right? Game will start to be really hard, but now with these benevolent sprites will work for you, will make all the work instead of you. If you play in single player instead of multiplayer, you'll find the sprites can lend you a hand. They're worthy, but they're always making you slow your PC in case you're using the PC, because if you don't use PC, which mods have you including? You cannot be able to include. Okay, the red ones will cook and melt. Warning, using composting mode will melt fish and meat too. So pay attention, because red ones are bad and good at the same time. The green ones will take care of the garden plots, replanting chaotically if they find seeds. That's why I don't want the green ones to work, because I want to have my garden arranged by me. And that's all. My garden is mine. I want to keep it uniformly. The blue ones will help you with machinery, recycling, fueling tanks, tractors, engines, and more things. The mauve ones, it's not a purple, it's not a pink, it's mauve. I know you know the mauve color. Will collect the domestic animals, items, and feathers from nests that you set on the ground or on your raft. Use buckets for goats. If you craft buckets and you have a goat or more goats, the sprites will from your goats as long as they are laying milk, so you can they're mammals. What else could I do? They're mammals as women. Yellow ones will hurt and kill attacking gulls and clean up chaotically fishing or item nets and even dredgers. So be aware of what I told you before. Nets and dredgers, items, the yellow sprites will pick everything they find on them. And even, I'm telling you, even in the Arasis fishing nets. So deactivate or maybe use the exclusive collection for the yellow sprites, as long as they only picking up the feathers and the meat from the attacking seagulls and nothing else. And manage yourself to pick up all the items in your nets, right? And the green ones, do what you want. Do what you want. Use them as you need to. But I do recommend to place your garden seeds a very, very beautiful and ordered way. That's all. And the ending one. The hazel sprites will help you cooking tables, mixing drinks, and extracting colors out of flowers and more things. That's something I don't know. I'm not sure if they are, if they, assuming the blue ones or the green, the hazel ones or the blue ones or the red ones, I'm not sure. I need to try it out. I'm not sure about everything, okay? First sprite you'll get will add you a new craftable lamp. Placing it will set a small preventing sprites activity area. These lovely mods are made by the one, the benevolent sprites for iDynamite, and the two, the server storage from the game R950. These snapshots, these slides are in Spanish. If you are able to know or to get to know my favorite feminine characters from video games, you will be rewarded by a surprise. I need to take a breath. Okay, have you seen? Okay, let's finish everything. This is the antenna blueprint, and this is the receptor blueprint. Okay? Welcome to Waterland. Your Waterland will be different than my Waterland. Or you may ask me for give you a copy for my Waterland, but I'm not sure. My Waterland resulted in a very, very structured island situation. I really, really love it because it seemed like the game planned to place all the islands around me in a very, very ideal spots. Yes. Using RAFT Blueprint mod by iDynamite will let you save your primigenia raft, then create the new world, Waterland, and load the raft previously saved as long as you still haven't learned main blueprints. Just items and materials. Pay attention. May you map your world. This is an example. If there is one indispensable mod, and one out of the best 3 ever is mini map. Besides, includes compass, a zoom, speed, preferences, and more. And that's why this mod is necessary from the very first start. Okay? Without it, you're playing completely blind. Thanks to White Brim. Thank you, White Brim. And Tech Gamer R950 and iDynamite, because they are the greatest mods ever until now. RAFT is now totally worth it, and RAFT is now a different game from what it was back in time at 2017 when the game was up. Because I played the earlier version, and I thought, que pip, mier, pip, de pup, pip, juego de los cojones. That's why I thought about the game. It was a excuse me. I have to say it, okay? The bad words are meant to be used from time to time, even when you try to avoid them, but they have been created to be used sometimes. Item spawner should be a latent mode, okay? Always activated. An everlasting use mode. Due to game fails, very usually they never fixed. Same as K-utility. I never talked about K-utility, but it's very, very important. It's very basic. I do recommend having loaded both just for compensating lots of disastering situations the game has got ever since its very first release and have never been fixed. Now, playing RAFT is what I consider castaway gamers wanted. Best choice is fair playing but saving real time of life. RAFT was so boring cost of the wasted time. Now RAFT is alive again thanks to all the modders community, which dedication I would like to hail and thank. Thank all of you. Thank you. True love for you. I do like to summon one trash can, so I can make disappear unwanted items instead of letting them behind, so game log can be cleaner and PC works little faster. Same as inventory catching mode does. Another option is using K-utility mode for same reasons, and K-utility allows you to take very pretty pictures of everything that game didn't allow you but while playing creative mode. Item Spawner and K-utility are mods created by TechGamer950, and playing these mods is better option for you while testing RAFT video game. This is an enlarged slide of my early Waterland 3.0. Tell me if the disposition of the location of the islands it's like a dream or not. Let me know. The green square means unlooted. The yellow square means partially looted. The red square means planted. And the blue means reveal. Reveal is when you're using the metal detector. That's why there are no blue squares because I have not the metal detector. And this is an alternative version, Peñavisca 1.0. I have fun while trying, and when I saw another 4 islands were surrounding me, I said to myself, well, fun. This will be fun. This is the best option for you. So I decided to slightly direct my RAFT to the right side. As you can see, it's slightly directed to the right. Even with the direction points to hidden island. No, that's not true. But this is an adventure I need to record in Spanish, not in English, okay? Because my native is Spanish, and I don't, no me gusta. I don't like to record in English, even when I can handle myself, when I can manage myself in speaking in English. Least basically, okay? My native is Spanish, so that's okay. And this is why RAFT will never be my ideal. Despite that the animals are well, I'm not going to talk about that. That's all. I hope the presentation hasn't bored you enough, because it has taken me a lot of hours, and I think it will be then like 2 hours more or less. That will never be a 10 out of 10 game, because it doesn't have any characters created. I have to play with Maya, or with Mojo, with Miji, or with Muju, and that's all. And they are characters, I don't want them. I never like them, I never want them. I'm so sorry, Swedish people. I'm so sorry, Redbeat. I'm so sorry, Axolot. But you need to implement a character creator, okay? That's all. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this means anything for you to play RAFT again with a lot of difficulties. And if you need to follow the videos and if you need to watch the videos, I will thank you, and you will learn a lot from my videos. I promise. Okay, that's all. Bye.